David Keith McCallum was born on September 19, 1933, in Glasgow, Scotland, into a household where music was central. His father, David McCallum Sr., was a renowned violinist and conductor with the London Philharmonic Orchestra, and his mother, Dorothy Dorman, a talented cellist. From an early age, McCallum absorbed the rhythms and harmonies of classical music, shaping a lifelong appreciation for creative expression. Though initially pursuing music seriously, his path shifted toward acting. This early foundation in artistry would later inform his performances, giving them depth, subtlety, and a resonance that audiences would come to admire worldwide. Early years, from music to the stage, McCallum trained rigorously in classical music and briefly attended the Royal Academy of Music. Before discovering his passion for acting, he enrolled at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, RADA, where he honed his craft and developed the skills that would carry him into film and television. His early exposure to disciplined musical training gave him a unique presence on stage and screen. By the mid-1950s, McCallum began appearing in British films such as Ill Met by Moonlight, 1957, and Hell Drivers, 1957. Even in minor roles, his intensity and charisma made him stand out among contemporaries, hinting at the major career that awaited. Breakthrough in film, The Great Escape. McCallum's big break came with The Great Escape, 1963, where he starred alongside Hollywood icons, including Steve McQueen, James Garner, and Richard Attenborough. He portrayed Lieutenant Eric Ashley Pitt, the brilliant dispersal officer displaying both ingenuity and quiet strength. His performance highlighted an ability to bring nuance to supporting roles, earning recognition from critics and audiences alike. This film marked McCallum's entry into international cinema, establishing him as an actor capable of holding his own among established stars. The Great Escape became a turning point, leading to offers from Hollywood and solidifying his reputation as a dependable and captivating performer. Television stardom, the iconic spy television, transformed McCallum into a household name. In 1964, he was cast as Ilya Kuryakin, the mysterious Russian agent in the groundbreaking spy series, The Man from UNCLE. Set during the Cold War, the show paired him with American agent Napoleon Solo, played by Robert Vaughn, forming one of television's most memorable partnerships. McCallum's understated charm, cool demeanor, and striking blonde looks made Kuryakin an instant fan favorite. Teen idol status soon followed, with thousands of fan letters arriving weekly. His portrayal balanced intellect, intensity, and subtle humor, solidifying his place in pop culture and defining a character that would remain iconic for decades. A diverse career beyond spy television. After The Man from UNCL, concluded in 1968, McCallum continued exploring diverse roles across film, television, and stage. He starred in Kulitz, 1972 to 1974, demonstrating his dramatic range, and co-starred with Joanna Lumley in the cult British sci-fi series Sapphire and Steel, 1979 to 1982. He also embraced voice acting, lending his distinctive tone to numerous projects. McCallum's performances consistently carried intelligence and humanity, allowing audiences to connect with characters on multiple levels. This versatility reinforced his reputation as a thoughtful actor, capable of balancing gravitas with charm, whether in science fiction, crime dramas, or historical adaptations, proving his career was far from one-dimensional. Musical pursuits, an unexpected legacy. Though acting dominated much of his life, McCallum never abandoned music. During the 1960s, he released several instrumental albums through Capitol Records, blending classical instrumentation with contemporary sounds. Albums such as Music, A Part of Me in Music, A Bit More of Me, showcased his abilities as a performer and arranger. Decades later, his recordings found new life in modern music, with tracks being sampled by producers and artists, connecting him to a younger generation. In this way, McCallum's musical legacy unexpectedly influenced modern pop culture, demonstrating the enduring relevance of his creativity and the breadth of his artistic impact beyond the screen. Later fame. A new generation of fans. McCallum re-entered the public eye in the 2000s through his portrayal of Dr. Donald "Ducky" Mallard, the chief medical examiner on the long-running crime drama NCIS, 2003 to 2023. As Ducky, he combined warmth, humor, and intellectual depth, endearing himself to a new generation of viewers. Across more than 450 episodes spanning 20 seasons, McCallum brought subtlety and humanity to a character that could have easily been His Scottish charm, eccentric anecdotes, and empathy created a beloved figure in television, allowing him to bridge decades of fans, from those captivated by his 1960s spy role to those discovering him in contemporary crime drama. Marriage and personal life. On May 11, 1957, McCallum married actress Jill Ireland in London after meeting on the set of Hell Drivers, 1957. Their shared passion for film and creativity fostered a strong bond, leading to a union admired for its devotion and loyalty. They had 3 sons together, and publicly, their life seemed harmonious. Yet, like many Hollywood marriages, pressures of travel and differing career trajectories tested the relationship. While McCallum's career in television and film surged, Ireland increasingly collaborated with rugged male leads in her own projects, which introduced challenges that ultimately reshaped their personal lives in ways McCallum could not have anticipated. Friendship and betrayal, Charles Bronson. During the filming of The Great Escape, McCallum befriended American actor Charles Bronson. The bond developed over long hours on set, shared meals, and mutual respect for each other's craft. McCallum trusted Bronson enough to welcome him into his family life, believing the connection was built on loyalty. However, Bronson and Jill Ireland grew close, eventually starting a romantic relationship. The friendship that McCallum cherished ultimately cost him his marriage. Reflecting on the betrayal, he admitted the pain was profound, acknowledging the heartbreak of losing both a spouse and a friend simultaneously, a rare and deeply personal Hollywood tragedy. Resilience. Amid heartbreak. Despite the emotional devastation, McCallum demonstrated remarkable resilience. Ireland married Bronson in 1968, yet McCallum chose not to allow resentment to dictate his actions. He focused on raising his children and continued his career, showing emotional maturity and self-restraint. He prioritized the well-being of his sons, allowing them to maintain relationships with both their mother and Bronson. McCallum's response revealed a capacity for grace under pressure, illustrating that dignity and responsibility could coexist, even after personal betrayal. His actions offered a model of forgiveness and emotional generosity, rarely seen in such high-profile circumstances. Reflections on life and legacy. McCallum's life reflects artistry, dedication, and resilience. He chose to embrace work, family, and personal growth despite immense personal challenges. His legacy spans multiple generations of fans, from his 1960s spy fame to his later television success. Beyond acting, his contributions to music and his influence on modern artists extended his cultural reach. McCallum's story also underscores the complexities of human relationships, the risks inherent in trust, and the importance of responding to life's hardships with integrity and empathy. His life exemplifies how talent and character together define a lasting legacy. Final years in passing. David McCallum passed away on September 25, 2023, at New York Presbyterian Hospital in New York City at the age of 90. His death marked the end of a life filled with artistry, creativity, and resilience. In a poignant coincidence, the Crow was third in Cyprus So wide of his passing coincided with a celebration honoring his work on NCIS, highlighting the enduring affection audiences held for him. McCallum's career spanned more than 7 decades, touching millions of fans around the world. He left behind a legacy of professional excellence, personal grace, and an example of how one can navigate life's triumphs and tribulations with dignity. Conclusion: a legacy of grace. David McCallum's journey was defined by brilliance, perseverance, and generosity of spirit. From his musical upbringing in Glasgow to international stardom and later television acclaim, he consistently demonstrated talent and humility. The betrayals he endured, personal and professional, did not define him. Instead, his response did. By choosing forgiveness, prioritizing family, and pursuing his craft, McCallum became more than an actor. He became an example of human resilience. His work, whether in music, film, or television, continues to inspire audiences, ensuring that the life of David McCallum will be remembered with admiration, respect, and affection for generations to come.